Well, honestly, man, what can I say? It can't get any lower for the Miami Dolphins, but to be honest with y'all, this loss today, for some reason, I just felt like I wanted to cry because the Miami Dolphins were just sorry. And sorry is really an understatement. They were terrible. They were really terrible. Like, honestly, going through this game, thinking about it, if the Kansas City Chiefs would have played the Miami Dolphins the first game of the season this year, because last year they haven't thrown a passing touchdown to a wide receiver in like 20 games or something like that. If they would have played this Miami Dolphin team, they would have got it. They would have got it, because that just seems what would be the case with the San Diego Chargers. We allowed their first touchdown in 3 weeks. That's number one. Number two, we allowed their first rushing touchdown since week 1 of the season. Like, you can't get no more terrible than that. You really cannot get no terrible than that. And like, literally, I just felt like I wanted to tear up and cry because I'm like, Jesus, we are like a doormat. We are like a piece of ass. We are a piece of ass just passed around like a prostitute, literally. And like, it was just killing me. It was just killing me. Phillip Rivers was shredding us all up and down the field. Danny Woodhead lined up as a wide receiver, catching 4 touchdown passes. What can I say, man? Like, I said before, Phillip Rivers is my favorite quarterback. Would have been lovely. Would have been lovely to have Phillip Rivers come to Miami and, like, you know, come in there like Peyton Manning did. Come in there and like groom Ryan Tannehill to being a great quarterback, like Peyton Manning did with Brock Osweiler. Well, we can't really say Brock Osweiler yet because it's his first season. We don't know exactly what Brock Osweiler's career is going to hold. But it would have been nice since Phillip Rivers is going to be a free agent. That would have been nice, but that's utterly impossible considering how we just paid Ryan Tannehill $95 million. So that's impossible. I don't see that happening. But that's getting off topic. Understanding the fact that these last couple weeks for the Miami Dolphins is going to be an evaluation week to see what kind of talent we have on this roster, and so it goes to show this offensive line, clean out this offensive line. Like, I don't even want to have Brandon Albert anymore. I don't even want to have Brandon Albert anymore because the reason why is like, the man's always hurt. He's always hurt. Like, every time I blink, he's always on the ground. Oh, I hear the announcer. Oh, Brandon Albert shaking up. Oh, Brandon Albert's slow to get up. Oh, Brandon Albert this, Brandon Albert that. It's not his fingers, his ankle, his thigh, hamstring, something. It's always something with Brandon Albert. Like, I'm just tired of it. And it's the Miami Dolphins front office's fault for not having a backup at left tackle. Like, I don't care about Logan Thomas. You can find a quarterback. There are a dime a dozen quarterbacks out there. You can find a backup quarterback. Tannehill's the starter. I understand. Like, that's the bottom line. He's the starter. Logan Thomas ain't doing nothing for us this year. We ain't going to the playoffs. Let the Bengals have him. Let the Bengals have him. You have to look at the priority of need. We need offensive linemen because for some reason our offensive lineman cannot stay healthy for nothing. And Dallas Thomas is a terrible offensive lineman. We should revoke his NFL contract. We should revoke his draft status because I don't understand how he ended up being drafted in the 3rd round, honestly, because that boy is terrible. It can't get no worse at an offensive lineman. It can't get no worse at an offensive lineman than Dallas Thomas. Golly. Like, the way he was getting beat, guard, tackle, doesn't matter. Like, the amount of chances that Dallas Thomas has gotten for this Miami Dolphins offensive line is like Tony Romo with the Dallas Cowboys. How many times is the guy got to fail for you to pull the plug? It's ridiculous. Like, it's crazy. Like, as soon as Brandon Albert went down, I was like, R.I.P. Ryan Tannehill, because we have nobody to protect that blind side. We don't have Jawan James coming from the right tackle spot to flip over to the left tackle spot because he was hurt. Who you gonna put? I don't even know who the backup was for the Miami Dolphins to put at left tackle. That's how terrible. That's how terrible that the depth is on this offensive line for the Miami Dolphins. And like I said, we're at this point in time where we're at a basic evaluation stage. So we got to see a lot from the rookies. Tony Lippett, for example. I really like Tony Lippett. I really think he has potential to be a great corner, considering how there's a lot of converted wide receivers to corners in the NFL. You got Richard Sherman, and you got what's that guy for the Packers? It's either Hayward. Is it Hayward or the other guy? I can't remember. But is he like they're a huge success in the NFL. Converted wide receivers, like they have like as a wide receiver, they have those ball skills to know where the ball is and know how to get the ball. And of course, they can catch. They play wide receiver. So their hands are guaranteed. So these next 2 weeks, I want to see a little bit more from Tony Lippett. Britt Grimes, he showed flashes. Like honestly, that interception that Phillip Rivers threw was extremely underthrown, and Brent Grimes honestly should have got burnt for a touchdown. Bottom line, he got the interception, thank God, but should have got burnt for that touchdown. No excuse. Devontae Parker, I was extremely critical in the preview video. He actually showed up this game. Had 5 catches. Really like the effort, especially on that fourth down conversion where he ended up catching the ball across the middle on a slant route, I believe. He ended up getting flipped and he held onto the ball. That's the kind of stuff that we need. That's the kind of stuff that we really need. Jay Ajayi, had a nice little rushing touchdown against the Chargers. Like ended up breaking 3-4 tackles and then stand on his feet, get in the end zone. But other than that, I can't really say anything else about the Miami Dolphins. Honestly, can't really say anything else about the Miami Dolphins other than like, hey, my frustration bottle is like reached its limit. It's popping right now. It is popping, and like I don't want to give up a little too much information before I post out the final thought for the Miami Dolphins season. But clean house. Oh my gosh, clean house. Brandon Albert gone. Dallas Thomas gone. Billy Turner, I give him another year before I decide I want to do anything with that. But I'm not even gonna get on the defense because I got a lot of players on defense. I want to see gone. But like I always say, man, Miami Dolphins, keep your head up. I'm right here with you, suffering, and I honestly don't care about any other games going on right now. Honestly, I really don't. But you know what it is. It's a great one, Devoy. If you enjoyed the content, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I'm up out of here.